You are now listening to theGrio's Black Podcast Network, Black Culture Amplified.
If you listen to this podcast regularly, then you've heard us talk about Black history, politics, Black culture, anything that is going on that affects Black people. But, of course, it's Thanksgiving, and we thought about what we could do to talk about and to shine a light on this holiday, which is why I want to welcome you to theGrio Daily, the only podcast that'll tell you exactly how to fix a low vibrational plate. Of course, I'm sure you've heard of a low vibrational plate if you've been on Black Twitter or you're just part of Black culture in general. The idea was first introduced to the world by social media influencer Stormy Wellington, who introduced the concept of low vibrational plates. And we want to tell you exactly how to do it because, there has been some confusion about what exactly a low vibrational plate is, what it contains. So we're going to, walk you through this process so that you'll be ready for your Thanksgiving get-together. And, you can use this on any Black get-together, cookout, kickback, all-white party that has hors d'oeuvres or, as I used to call them, horse the oeuvres. But a low vibrational plate is essential in being part of these food-centric celebrations. And of course, if you've listened to this podcast, that I am one of the leading Thanksgivingonomics professors in all of Black culture. My family had 6 or 7 Thanksgivings per year. So I'm pretty much an expert in the field. And first, we need to start out by explaining exactly what a plate is. A plate for most people is a dish that holds food. But in Black culture, a plate is something different. A plate is the actual food that is cobbled together for you to consume. So you can have a empty container. That's not a plate, right? You have to fix a plate. And a plate in Black culture is the actual food. In fact, Black plates aren't even served on actual plates. I've had plates served in bowls, styrofoam containers, and a couple of times in purses. That's right. My mama used to fix me a plate in her purse sometimes. Plates are a vital part of the African-American economy. Every Black neighborhood has a woman who sells plates. The underground plate market is the 3rd most common form of Black entrepreneurship, of course, after a kitchen beautician and a weed man. And plate peddlers can be found at community festivals, in the back of nightclubs, and, of course, at every HBCU homecoming. And to be clear, all meals are not plates and all plates are not meals. 2 pieces of fish can't be considered a plate unless it comes with fries and a piece of light bread that's placed under the chicken. Conversely, an entire dinner from a fancy seafood restaurant isn't actually a plate if more than 2 people touched it before you. That's because plates are not served. They're fixed. Now, let's get into it. See, the level of a plate's vibration is inversely related to its deliciousness. Yeah, that might sound oxymoronic, but low vibrational plates are actually the best plates, while high vibrational plates are actually the least desirable. Here's some common indicators that'll help you determine the vibration of your plate's frequency. A high vibrational plate are actually low quality meals eaten by people who don't deserve the best things in life. The most common indicator is that it's served on the good plates. Like, you can't eat a low vibrational plate on a piece of porcelain or china. Like, if it's china, you can't. It ain't a low vibrational plate. Its vibration is too high. Mid vibrational plates are mistakes. Like if a person prefers low vibrational plates but shows up late, he'll probably get a mid vibrational plate. And a lot of vegans eat mid vibrational plates, right? Because they don't eat gravy and they don't eat greens that's been seasoned with smoked turkey or ham hocks. So their plates always look a little bit dry. And people who are a little too into fitness or new Muslims who refer to pork as swine, they actually prefer their plate to pulsate at a run-of-the-mill rhythm. But a low vibrational plate, you can see that all the food, first of all, is touching, right? Like mid-vibrational plates, they have distance between like the cornbread and the dressing. Like mid-vibrational plates have stuffing. Low vibrational plates have dressing. Now, we got to get to the part of who fixes these actual plates. And here's who fixes a low vibrational plate. God's children. Right? A low vibrational plate is fixed by somebody who has love for you in their heart. Right? And if you don't have the Holy Ghost, you can't really fix a low vibrational plate. Or somebody with the Holy Ghost had to have made at least the macaroni. Now, of course, when you're fixing a low vibrational plate, you have to take into consideration the protocol, right? Like the elders, grandmamas, deacons, candy ladies, they get the first dibs. So, of course, they're going to get the first parts of a low vibrational plate. But here's how you make a low vibrational plate. First of all, you can't even worry about the turkey, right? Like turkey is really not a part of the vibration of the plate, right? Because like the best part of the turkey is only a little bit better than the worst part of the turkey, which of course is the breast. Like turkey breasts really don't hold the flavor that the wings or the legs or the thighs have. And all low vibrational plates have macaroni and cheese, but the macaroni and cheese in the low vibrational plate is fixed by somebody who was sanctioned by a committee of aunties. And then next, after you put your macaroni, you got to have some dressing. Then you got to worry about your juices, right? Juices are an essential part of a low vibrational plate. Your gravies, your collard green juice, whatever you wet your cornbread with, whether it's gravy, whether it's some of that juice off the candy jams, you got to wet your cornbread with something. And the juices are very, very important. And then you get some more macaroni and cheese. But this part is the edge. Because a lot of people bust open their macaroni and cheese. You don't cut up macaroni and cheese or serve it. You bust it open. And you want to be part of the first busting open of the macaroni if you want a low vibrational plate. And then you put your meats on it. This way you put your fried chicken, your roast. You can get some turkey. I like the shredded parts of the turkey because like when everybody cut up the turkey, those shredded parts that are left over, that's actually the best part of the turkey. Put some of that on there. And then your dressing can go on top of any juice provider. And then you want some gravy. Now, gravy is separate from it's a juice, but it's the highest form of juice. So I put that in a different category. And then you put some desserts on there, some peach cobbler, but you want the edge of the peach cobbler. You want some sweet potato pie. Pumpkin pie does not go on a low vibrational plate. And then here's the important part. You take that plate to the kitchen, you wrap it up with some aluminum foil, and then you hide it. And then you fix another plate. Now, this plate is the plate that you walk around with, and it don't matter what goes on there. Matter of fact, you want to put a little bit of the stuff that you really don't want to eat. And your aunties will see that you ain't got no good macaroni. They'll see that you didn't get the good peach cobbler, and they'll give you a whole pan, right? So this is the low vibrational stuff that you want, right? And one of the higher ranking members of the macaroni committee, they're going to pull you aside and tell you where the good stuff is, and you can get the lowest of the vibrational stuff, right? You can get some good burnt edge macaroni. You can get some of the cornbread that was made with hot water. You can get some of that good juice, right? Some of that good greens, some of the good greens that was cooked with swine, some of the good stuff to go on your immediately eating low vibrational plate. And you walk around with that, and you go sit in the car and you eat that. And you take that plate and you go sit in the car and you eat that. And then when it's time for you to go, you go get your other aluminum foil wrap plate and you take that home with you. And the next day, you heat that up, not in a microwave. You got to heat it up in like a pot or a oven, or you can put it on another piece of aluminum foil and put that in the oven and heat it up, and you'll have the lowest vibrational plate you've ever had, right? And it'll be all of the juices and all of the things that you wanted when you dreamt of having a low vibrational plate. And this, my friend, is why Thanksgiving exists. Not just to eat, not just to have fun with your family and friends, not just to see your nephews and your cousins, but Thanksgiving is about giving thanks to the vibrator of the universe. But that doesn't sound right. Thanksgiving is about giving thanks to the creator of all vibrations, whether it's plates, whether it's heartbeats, whether it's the frequency that you feel when you're among your family and friends. And this, my friend, is how you fix a low vibrational plate. And this is why you have to tell a friend about this podcast. This is why you have to download that theGrio app. Information like this is why you have to subscribe to this podcast and listen every week. And it's also why we leave you every week with a black saying. And today's black saying is,
I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, rams, hogs, dogs, chicken, turkeys, rabbits, you name it!
We'll see you next time on theGrio Daily. If you like what you heard, please give us a 5-star review, download the theGrio app, subscribe to the show, and share it with everyone you know. Please email all questions, suggestions, and compliments to podcast@thegrio.com.
You are now listening to theGrio's Black Podcast Network, Black Culture Amplified.